Hi Aaron, this one's for you, okay? We're gonna be cooking some food today. I just have a bunch of ingredients here. Essentially what we're gonna make is some sort of pasta dish and some breakfast wraps. Let me show ya what's happening here, okay? Beautiful. First things first, we need to wash our hands and put our apron on and put our hair away because we don't want any of that in our food. All right, how's that? How's that? You know what? I don't like that either. I'm just gonna keep it a nice ponytail, nice ponytail. We're gonna make our pasta using some tomato base. So I've got my tomato here. It's already pureed. I think I'm gonna need more. So I do have another can of tomatoes that I will also be blending the shit out of, as well as some onion. Don't come at me. I ran out of white onions, so I'm using red onions today. I have my minced garlic here. I will also be adding a bit of cream cheese to it just to get a bit of creaminess. And I will be using pork chipolatas. I have no idea what chipolatas are, but I think they're sausages. They're on sale. I bought them. And with that, I will be using a rigatoni. That's what we're gonna make with our pasta. So I'm just gonna move that to the side and I'll walk you through what I have for my hot pockets. I call them hot pockets. We've got some wraps, we've got some eggs. I'm gonna use more of the chipolatas, and then I've got some nice cheese. So I'm gonna start off with the pasta because I think that's gonna take me the longest time. Down you go, a little wet piece of towel. And then we're just gonna plop this here so that it doesn't move around. Okay, oh shit, that is tight. And I will be taking a lot of shortcuts because I ain't got no time. I'm gonna prep my onions. Get these onions, throw them in here, whiz it around, and then I have some finely diced onions. But I will still probably cry. If I cry, blame it on Aaron. He was the one that wanted this video. You know, ask and you shall receive, Aaron, okay? Ask and you shall receive. Chop, chop, and chop, chop, chop. Throw it in there. Chop, 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 chop. Oh my gosh, my eyes, they're already going. My eyes, my eyes. The onions, they're usually the worst part about cooking. My eyes, damn it. All right. I always hate opening this up after I've blended the shit out of it. I just know these vapors are just gonna go straight into my eyes. Oh shit. I think they're done. I'm gonna need a minute. My eyes! All right, next thing we're gonna do is cook off some meat. So we're gonna fry off some of our meat. All right, I'm just gonna cook off half for the pasta and then the other half for the hot pockets. I'm gonna need a good pan. Cool, the chipolatas. Sense check, they smell fine. I'm gonna let this pan heat up for a couple of minutes and then I'll throw in these sausages. I'm just not gonna throw them in, gonna little, you know, rip them apart and throw them in. So I'm just gonna, woo! The casings don't matter, they break apart anyway. I probably should have like chopped this up with a knife, but you know what, it's fine. It's fine. Moral of the story, guys, it's fine. It's fine, it's completely fine. All right, oh shit! All right, I'm gonna do 2 at a time. Pinch and toss, pinch and toss them in. Pinch and toss them in. Moral of the story, guys, pinch and then toss them in. Oh my goodness. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Chipolatas. Are they meant to have any? I have no idea what they taste like. I don't know if they're plain. I might have to season them. Unsure. I'm gonna grab a tripod and change the angle a bit. All right, shit is frying off. Shit smells amazing. Again, I don't know if I need to add any extra flavoring. That was definitely too damn high. Shit is stuck. That ain't right. But that's okay because we're gonna try build up some fond on the bottom of the pan. Awesome. In the meantime, I'm just gonna add some flavorings. And by flavorings, I mean seasonings. I'm gonna got some Italian herbs. Measure it out. Don't go too heavy-handed on this now. I've got some garlic powder. And then we've got some onion powder. My onion powder is always dried up for some reason. Give this a toss. Nice. Beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is take the meat out and then cook my onions and garlic through. I'm gonna change this angle. This angle is definitely not doing it for me because I want everyone to be able to see what is going on in this chaotic kitchen. Here we go with the onions. Okay, I'm not gonna use the whole onion, just, I don't know, maybe like half of it, I guess. And yeah, another one, whatever. Well, that's sweating in its own way. Whoa, why do I have so much onion here? What happened? Remember to clean up as you go, okay? So we've got our onions. They are currently sweating. Okay, so I just added a bit of oil to the onions. I probably should have done that before. Let that do its thing in here. While that's getting a bit more of a translucent color, I'm going to add my minced garlic. Let that, you know, let these flavors get to know each other for a bit. You know what? Good enough. Good enough for me. Ooh, here's one ingredient that I forgot to mention. Tomato paste. Definitely gonna need this. I don't particularly have a recipe that I follow. So most of the time I just wing this. That's nice. All of that fond from the bottom is lifting up. We're probably gonna chuck in some water as well as a tiny bit of stock just to give it a bit of a deeper flavor. I think I'll use vegetable stock. All right, I've got about maybe 50 mils of water and I'll be using a bit of vegetable stock. Lovely. Let's mix this through. Let's pick up as much of the stuff on the bottom that we can. Oh, hell yeah. Just give it a couple of moments and it'll lift. Yes. And I'm gonna put in some chili flakes. Once most of the fond has lifted off, it's the best time to add our tomatoes. I've got my tomatoes here. So these are just canned whole tomatoes and I just pureed the shit out of them. Sense check, smells good. Pour that all in. I think this is quite all right. And then once this comes to a boil, I'm just gonna check the flavor and then adjust for seasoning. And then hopefully by that time, I should be able to put in the cream cheese. In the meantime, while that comes to a boil, let us clean up our areas. Let's clean. All right, I've got my cream cheese here. When I know that this is ready, I can put in my cream cheese. Okay. Okay, not bad. Could use a bit of salt. Actually tastes really good. I'm gonna let this simmer for a bit. I want it to reduce by like the tiniest bit before I add in the cream cheese. And then I think we'll be okay. We are back here while our sauce is simmering away. We're going to prep Hot Pockets. So we have the rest of our chipolatas. Instead of ripping them up with my bare hands, I think I'm just gonna chop it up and then fry it off properly. I think I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna add back in the sausages while that is simmering away, just so then our sausages have enough cooking time, a thorough amount of cooking time. I'm gonna let that simmer away. Give it about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna drop in with the cream cheese and then stir that all through. Okay, back here, chipolatas. We're gonna chop them. We're just... What the hell are chipolatas anyway? Cool. I think that's it. Let this simmer over to the side. Let that warm up, and then we'll dump in our chipolatas. I've just added a bit of oil to this. I'm gonna boil some water, just so then we can get the pasta going as well. Is this hot enough, baby? No. You know what? Switcheroo. I'm gonna bring this back to you. Look, this is doing very nicely. It's reduced quite well. Sauce is very saucy. I'm going to add some cream cheese to this. I'm just gonna do whoop, whoop. All right, now this is where the magic happens. I want you guys to get in this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that color changing. Oh yeah. Oh, oh, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. You know what? Let me just get a quick taste. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, we're cooking. I want this to reduce just a bit more. And once it does, hopefully our rigatoni should be ready. And then we can throw our pasta in. Stay, good boy. All right, let's throw this heat back up. All right. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna put you right there. It's all right, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Ah, no, it was bad. It was really bad. Ah. All right, I'm gonna have to have a shower after this. Oh my gosh. Pan is fired up. Our sauce is almost done. Let's move on to cooking off our chipolatas. I have a feeling this is gonna be so violent. Please be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm gonna let that fry off. We want them nice and brown. All right, we want them nice and brown. I've got my water. Put our boiling water straight in. We want that to come back up to the boil. Chipolata's doing nicely. Sauce doing nicely. Water's coming to a boil. That is boiling violently. I'm going to add my salt in. We have our rigatoni. Straight in. Straight. Give these, oh, perfect. Left hand, left hand, left hand. Let them sizzle, get a nice crust, get a nice brown, and then we'll get back to our pasta. Pasta sauce doing well. And then once the rigatoni is ready, we're just gonna dump it straight into the pasta sauce. I'm gonna pack up as I go. Making sure that we've got like nice even chunks. Always got to test what you're cooking. That looks like it's still got a few minutes to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to prep our eggs for the hot pockets. So essentially we're just making scrambled eggs. So we're going to be just mindlessly cracking some eggs, I guess. Oh no. Ah! That was not really aesthetic. Another one. I'm meal prepping for like the week, so hopefully this should be enough to keep us all satisfied. I'm just gonna check on my food. Tossing the chipolatas, checking our rigatoni, still has a few more minutes, and our pasta sauce needs a bit of a mix. Actually, I'm gonna turn off the pasta sauce. All right, eggs are gonna be super simple. Salt and pepper, garlic and onion powder. So just a few sprinkles of each. Just a bit of salt and some black pepper. Cool. Just gonna beat it up. That is good enough for me. I'm gonna take you guys with me again. But yes, the stove, the burners, it's really popping off. There's a lot happening. Just give that a quick stir. Give this a quick toss. These are pretty much almost done. Just let that do its thing. I turned off the heat for the pasta sauce. It's very thick. I think these chipolatas are done. Huzzah. Chipolatas in. I'm just gonna take them out. All right, that is done. Beautiful. I'm gonna throw my eggs in. And remember, this is just a scramble. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Scrambling my eggs, just like I scramble my brains every day. Look, maybe this pan isn't the best for scrambled eggs because it keeps darn sticking to the bottom. My pan ain't hot enough. All right. Now it's scrambling. I don't want it runny at all because they are going into wraps. I think our rigatoni is done, but I'm going to finish off the eggs first. Okay, I think my eggs are scrambled. All right, cool. I think with that, I'm going to drop in my chipolatas and let that mix through. Just so then we have like this egg chipolatas mixture. That is pretty much the filling for our Hot Pockets. This is so messy right now. I'm gonna move this to the side. Next thing that we wanna do is grab our rigatoni and then pretty much just bloop, toss them into our sauce. Bloop, 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 bloop. Now our pan is just super full. Try to toss these through as well as we can. More of a folding motion than anything. Folding, folding action. Gently fold, gently fold, gently fold it into each other. Gently, gently. And that is pretty much our pasta done. Focus. Let's get him some of the chipolata. That is done. So this is pretty much meal prep lunches for the week. Next thing we want to do is grab our eggs and chipolatas, and then I'm just gonna put them back in here. Hey, my eggs, they're not cooperating with what I want them to do, and you know what? That's fine. That is fine. You know, we win some, we lose some. That's life. We have our egg mixture. Now, all we want to do is wrap the eggs, put some cheese. I do have some barbecue sauce. Baking paper down, wrap down. I don't even know how much cheese I have left. So I'm just gonna do a little rectangle in the middle here. And then we're gonna grab our egg and chipolata omelette mixture. I probably should not use a spoon for this. You pretty much want it to just look like that. Yeah, just a little present on the inside. And then, do a bit of that. And then we just wrap it up. How do I wrap it up again? Like that. And then just like that. And that's it. Wrap it up like a little parcel. So then whoever wants to eat it, they can just put it on a sandwich press and then boom. Hot Pockets. All right, I'm gonna keep making a couple more. No. And then some barbecue sauce. Boom. Yum. This is going to be delicious. All right, I think the best way to folding them is just like that. Yeah. All right. We are going to run out of cheese. The recipes I used today is all about just using whatever's left in the fridge, really. Boom. I don't want it to spill, no. All right, do not overfill your Hot Pockets, guys. If you get the one with a lot of chipolatas, that's great. Good enough. And that's it. We've cooked our lunches, we've cooked our breakfasts for the week. That's it, we're done. I'm exhausted. I've been in the kitchen for like an hour and a half now. I'm tired. I'm just gonna clean up and call it a day. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.